Well, here's I was thinking about what I'm actually going to title this episode, because is it loops? Is it like Froot Loops? Is it? I thought maybe go with the O's thing. We have to think about what separates these things from Cheerios, because they're definitely different things. But then big thick O's is probably not a great episode title. It's some sketchy territory when you start referring to things as big thick O's.
Yeah, I'm with you, because I was writing my notes and I'm like, are they hoops? Are they O's? Are they loops? Are they rings?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we just call them O's.
O's?
O's.
O's.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well, then let's get into it.
All right. Well, this is Paul.
And this is Nick.
And this is Cereal.
Cereal!
So we've got kind of a threefer today.
Threefer?
Yeah. We're talking about O's.
O's. But we already talked about Cheerios.
Right, so we talked about Cheerios, and today we wanted to talk about Froot Loops. But then when you talk about Froot Loops, you kind of got to talk about those remaining sweetened O cereal.
Oh, what else? What else other than
Apple Jacks?
I meant it like an actual cereal, because that's an abomination, and we can't really actually talk about Apple Jacks. It's not a real cereal. I'm talking about other real.
Are you saying other real O cereals?
Other real O cereals that aren't Cheerios, because Apple Jacks, like I said, an abomination.
I'm going to throw Honey Graham O's in there as well.
Oh,
that's such a good cereal.
Yeah, that is not bad. I forgot all about Honey Graham O's.
Mm-hmm. So today's structure, we're going chronologically from introduction year.
Okay.
So we start with Kellogg's Froot Loops today.
Oh, they came first?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Surprising, right?
Yeah.
I thought it would have been Apple Jacks.
I thought it would have been the Honey Graham O's.
Well, we are all turned upside down, because I feel like I've never had a box of Apple Jacks that wasn't slightly stale. So I figure they're just really old.
No, they stopped making Apple Jacks in 1958. We're just going through the boxes since then. Yeah,
they have a supply of Apple Jacks in the same room that they put the Ark at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and they ship out truckloads every couple of years. We start with Froot Loops.
Okay.
Introduced in 1963 by Kellogg's. And for a time, they kind of played off this idea that there were different fruit flavors. But it's truly just one. There's no specific flavor. It's just fruit. Fruit striped gum.
It's just fruit. It's just it's not unappealing, but it is just like a melange of citrus. I've tried to discern between the different colors, and it's not. It's just some combination of citrus and, flavor artifice.
Yeah, and I feel like we've talked about this before, but what is, quote, fruit flavor? Is it just orange, strawberry, lime blended together? I feel like it's just sort of those generic, maybe cherry, orange, lime, strawberry.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of some kind of citrus, like a citric acid kind of thing, and then some kind of berry flavor, whatever that berry thing is, and they combine those two, and then you get Froot Loops.
Yellow dye number 5.
Yeah.
Red 40.
And then all the unnatural colors that exist.
Yeah. Red 40 sounds like a rapper from the 80s. Did you guys see Red 40? He opened for Run DMC. He was so tight. They didn't say tight in the 80s. He was so rad.
Yeah. I saw him open up for Snow. It was great, man. It was awesome.
Oh, it was gnarly, man. So Froot Loops came out in 1963, and the original 3 colors were just red, orange, and yellow.
Oh, they only had 3 colors?
Yeah, they only came in 3, and they were sweetened frosted O's. They don't have as much sugar as you would expect. I mean, they have 12 grams. So my barometer for sugar is Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Okay, yeah.
Because everyone's had that. Cinnamon Toast Crunch has 9 grams of sugar per serving. So Froot Loops has a little bit more, but it's not your Smacks, which is all sugar.
Right.
They came out with those 3 colors at first. They added green, purple, and blue in the 90s.
The 90s.
90s, man. That's when that was the second coming of the cereal.
It was like a cereal renaissance where they're just like, how many colors can we add in here? How many mascots can we add in here? How many kids can we have riding skateboards in order to sell the cereal can we have in here? How many ghosts can we have selling our ecto coolers? Like that's what we need.
So if the 90s is the cereal renaissance, what came after the renaissance? Because I think we're in that period now.
The Age of Enlightenment.
Oh,
the Age of
nice.
Reason.
This is a cereal enlightenment right now going on.
This is where we get like our healthier cereals, and the cereals there are supposed to, like we're cutting back on the sugars, we're cutting back on the things that are bad for us, and we're trying to legitimize all the sugary cereals that we ate as kids, and be like, oh well, now this has whole grain in it. Oh, now this has less sugar. Oh, now this has freeze dried fruit, so it's kind of like actually eating a serving of fruit, right?
Yeah, and we're looking at alternative use for existing cereal.
Right, exactly.
I really think this is an age of enlightenment for cereal.
Yeah, this is the age of reason. We need to find our cereal Voltaire. We're like cereal Voltaire. I'm going to say that we are cereal Voltaire.
I'll take that. I would prefer to be more of a cereal Marquis de Sade, but...
I don't even know how to get into what that means. I don't even know how to unpack that.
We are going above our own heads at this point. Like we are really in a serious intellectual minefield.
It's just I don't know. It's like all of a sudden you're like, where's my Caligula miasma that I can have in front of me? This banquet of delights that's in front of me. Yeah.
I basically want a Brazilian steakhouse, but they keep bringing me French Toast Crunch.
I mean, you don't care what cereals. I mean, you'll eat all kinds of cereals, even cereals that you don't even like very much. Like, maybe a Cookie Crisp calls by. I'll try it. Fine.
I mean, yeah, I don't normally eat that type of cereal, but I mean, I got my green circle facing up, so I have to do it. And there's like milk dribbling down your shirt. Luckily, I wore a white shirt. Can't see the milk. It's all over me. That's actually, Kellogg's has opened that cereal cafe in New York. And I feel like the next step is a cereal buffet.
Yep. Yeah. And then just all day long cereal. And I would never leave. That's where I would work from. I'll just set up shop inside of the cereal buffet.
But the trick is they charge you for Wi-Fi. That's how they get you. That's where they make the money.
That's the rub. That's the rub.
We all know the mascot for Froot Loops, of course.
Toucan Sam.
Oh, yeah. And he has had the same saying for 50 years.
Follow your nose.
Follow your nose.
Follow your nose. It always knows. What's the accent? What's Toucan Sam's accent?
Follow your nose. He's got kind of a, I don't know. I was trying to think about like who the person is impersonating. But it's just kind of like ambiguous 60s celebrity.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I feel like, does he have a British accent?
Maybe it's like a nasally, Americanized, transatlantic accent.
Breakfast, my sporting bag. At your clubs. We'll soon be there.
So Toucan Sam, yeah, and he's been doing the commercials for just about, I'm going to be totally honest, I have not seen him in a commercial recently. I also don't watch a lot of channels that probably have Froot Loops commercials. But there is that commercial for Froot Loops where it's like the cool hipster parents put the kids to bed and then they eat Froot Loops and they're playing original Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, yeah.
And then like the husband is like spooning the cereal to the wife.
Yes.
It's like you secretly hate it, but you're like, God, I wish that was my Wednesday night.
Get up.
Loop me.
Bring back the awesome.
Yeah!
Eating Froot Loops, playing Super Mario Brothers. Besides, you had Froot Loops earlier today, right?
Yeah, I did.
Outside of, or before today, when's the last time you had Froot Loops?
It's probably been 10, 15 years since I had Froot Loops.
Wow.
We're talking millennials around that area.
That's
when I was having Froot Loops.
We're talking Nick's first experience with Basic 4.
See, I buried all of my trinkets and stuff inside of the Millennials boxes, my time capsule.
That's right.
Inside of it, I put the last bit of Froot Loops that I ever would have. I put that in there too.
I want to say probably college where they had like that big hopper of cereal.
Oh, yeah.
Those huge dispensers. Or maybe like at a... It's really dealer's choice when I stay at a hotel and they have a cereal selection. Like I might just grab anything. It's like, that one. But I think it's been a while. I gotta say, it's probably been at least 5 years. That doesn't seem like that long of a time. Maybe like 8 to 10 years since I've had Froot Loops that I can actually remember.
Yeah.
I don't care for the texture that much.
I don't mind the texture.
Really?
Yeah, I don't mind the texture. The texture's fine.
What's your take on Froot Loops then? I mean, you just had them.
Yeah, I mean, once you get past the idea of trying to discern between the flavors of the O's, because there's nothing. It's just a bouquet of fruit. Once you get through that, it's a fine cereal. I feel like it goes by really fast. It's got integrity. It's got structure to it, which I really like. It's not like if you leave it sitting there in milk for a while, it's not going to get super soggy. Like I don't think I can remember a time where I've had like a soggy Froot Loop.
In fact, I think it needs to marinate for a little bit.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it does.
It actually, it has like if you think of like a bell curve, it's like you just put the milk on, you got the sweet spot, and then you waited too long.
Right. Yeah, I like it. It's one of those cereals that I could eat like multiple bowls of. Like it's a very what's the word I'm looking for? It's
delicious.
Delicious isn't because I'm not like this is where I'm going. It's a very eatable cereal, but it's not like a very delicious cereal. It's not like I am enjoying every bite. It's it's just like it's like Muzak. It's like cereal Muzak. It's just like it's on in the background. It's pleasant sounding. It's not too harsh, it's not too disruptive. It's just kind of around. You don't mind it happening, but at the same time, like it's not like when you eat like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch and you're enjoying like every bite, and you're like, and if you want more Cinnamon Toast Crunch, it's because you just need more of that taste. With Froot Loops, it's just like I can eat this all day, but only because it's not really very. It's not a big deal. It's just kind of there.
Yeah, it's like kind of a lighter. It's not super dense.
No, it's not.
It's definitely easy to just sort of consume.
You just put it away and like not even think about it. Like it's definitely one of the cereals that I feel like that if you were like a eating contestant, like a eating champion, like a Joey Chestnut or a Kobayashi, if you had to choose a cereal that you could eat and like eat like 5 pounds of, like Froot Loops would be somewhere you would start. Mm-hmm. You could like it's never too filling. Like I had Froot Loops just like 15 minutes ago, and I'm already hungry again.
You're ready for another bowl.
Yeah, it doesn't stick with you. It doesn't stick to your ribs or anything.
Just kind of rolls right through you.
Yeah, it's I actually like this when I see it on things like on donuts and stuff like that. Like I like when I see it, but yeah, as a cereal, it's just it's kind of a nothing cereal, kind of a mid-tier cereal for me. Yeah,
it's like a C+, B- at best, kind of just middle of the road.
Right, and I'm glad it's around. That's not to say I'm not glad it's around. I am. Right. I'm glad it's there. It's definitely. I mean, if I had to choose between a Pebbles and a Froot Loops, I'd choose Froot Loops all day long.
Oh yeah. Are you aware of the newish varieties out there of Froot Loops?
I am not aware of those varieties.
I've seen a couple.
Okay.
Actually, I have 2 here. I've only seen one. They have Froot Loops with marshmallows.
That just seems like overkill.
Yeah, that's grabbing at straws.
Yeah.
It's like, let's put marshmallows in it. I gotta go. It's like it's Friday before the long weekend, right? And you're like, marshmallows. I'm gonna hit send and I'm just gonna close my computer and go home. The other one is, again, this is just phoning it in. Froot Loop bloopers.
What?
Instead of O's, they're puffs. It's just tricks.
That's just tricks, dude. You made tricks. That's not a real thing. Kellogg's. You're better than that, Kellogg's.
I mean, they really are better than that.
You're better than that. You can't have Fruit... Was it called Froot Loops bloopers?
Froot Loop bloopers.
They should call it Loopers bloopers, but...
or fruit bloopers.
Fruit bloopers. I mean, I can see how they're like, look at Captain Crunch. Look at the genius that they had there. Oops, all berries.
It's genius. Look at Trix. It's got staying power.
Yeah. We're gonna put that together. Oops, we made a mistake. We made tricks. Sorry.
Fruit Loop blooper. Well, I guess we're gonna have to sell all 5 million cases of this. I haven't seen the bloopers in stores, but I'm definitely gonna keep my eyes open now. Speaking of Nick's favorite garbage cereals, Kellogg's Apple Jacks.
Oh God, I can't stand the cereal. I just can't stand it. I think I've talked about it before how eating the cereal, it's the film that I get on the inside of my mouth whenever I eat it. It's almost like my mouth is trying to create like a natural wax barrier between the cereal and my body so that I don't actually have to, like, it doesn't actually touch any part of me. But the wax is coming from the cereal. Mm-hmm. It's bad.
The call is coming from inside the house. Is it like an oily sort of texture, or is it like a sugary texture? Is it from the sugar, or is it from like whatever they coat it with or whatever's in it?
I think it's whatever they coat it with. Think of like the Cap'n Crunch, like the crunch film, but like gone wild. It's like how in Georgia or the southern states they've got the ivy everywhere. It's like somebody planted a little bit of kudzu and it went crazy. That's what it's like. It's like somebody put like a little bit of the Apple Jacks film in my mouth and then it just kind of grows everywhere.
So it's a Cap'n Crunch film on spring break.
Oh yeah, just
totally gone wild.
Just gone wild. Just lifting its shirt to anybody that wants to see them.
That's like, and then they cover the chest with "Not so fast, boys" or something. Whatever it used to say, like "Whoa."
So Apple Jacks film's in there, lifting its shirt up, and my mouth is all like, "We don't even have any beads. We didn't even ask you to come here." And they're like, "Woo!"
It's like, who invited Apple Jacks? And then Froot Loops is like, it's my roommate. It came with me.
Sorry, guys.
Apple Jacks was introduced in 1965. So, I mean, it's got staying power.
Yeah, I don't understand how, but okay.
It was introduced as Apple O's.
It's a little literal. It's a little on the nose there, Apple Jacks.
And they insist that it has an apple cinnamon flavor.
You've got to be kidding me.
Which I think is a super stretch.
Yeah. No kidding. What did how did Apple Jacks feel when Apple Cinnamon Cheerios came out? It's like, oh, this is actually what apple and cinnamon tastes like. Mm-hmm. And
apple cinnamon Chex.
Right, that too. Like whatever you're making Apple Jacks is the devil's work. This is what actual fruit and cinnamon tastes like.
Apple Jacks is the Froot Loops to apple and cinnamon flavor.
Yeah.
It's like this homogenized, sweetened, suburban Wonder Bread apple cinnamon abomination.
Yeah. That's a good way to phrase it. It's like a homogenized, it's the Wonder Bread of fruit flavored cereals.
It's just the apple cinnamon dessert in like an emergency ration.
It's like the astronaut ice cream of fruit flavors, but like the ones that the astronauts don't even eat.
Yeah. They come back to Earth, they're like, what's with all this ice cream? We weren't that hungry. Then I just wait and go to Menchie's.
They're like, you ate all the liver and onions though? Like, yeah, ate all that. But
we ran out of water and we had to use sterilized urine for it, but it wasn't too bad. In 1971, they came to their senses and renamed it Apple Jacks.
Why is it called Jacks? Do they say? Does anybody know? Is that a thing that people know?
I don't know. Because I would think Jacks would be X shapes.
Sure, yeah. I think of Jacks as being, the Jacks. You play Jacks. I mean, I don't think kids play Jacks anymore. I don't think kids have played Jacks since they learned that Jacks are kind of dangerous. But
I'm going to wager a bet that almost nobody knows what Jacks is anymore.
Like if you held an assembly in an auditorium right now with 12-year-olds and been like, hey, how many of you played Jacks before? They would have no idea what you're talking about.
And if you tried to show kids today what playing Jacks was, it's the equivalent of Marty McFly in the future playing that cowboy video game. Like, the kids think he's insane. Like, that's not a game. This is like the lowest level of entertainment. Jacks are basically the hoop with the stick. No.
Yeah.
Because I think even people our age didn't even play Jacks.
No, I mean, yeah.
Jacks is like my parents' age.
Yeah, Jacks. I knew that was a thing that people played, but like I never played Jacks. I never had a skill of Jacks.
Apple Jacks was they were just orange O's. They were orange from the get go, and as time goes on, they get a lot more orange.
You know what kids need? They need to be more neon. They need more orange.
Yeah. They go from like healthy tan to like that tan mom tan. So they were all orange, and in 1998 they introduced green O's, and it's sort of like a, 3-to-1 ratio. They have orange with some green mixed in.
Yeah, I remember that. It didn't make them any more appetizing, but yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, the color is not doing anything for the flavor.
No.
They have done a lot of ads over the years, but they do, and I really looked for this commercial. I couldn't find it, but in 1971 they had the Apple Jacks kids.
The Apple Jacks kids?
And it was like a sort of a crudely drawn boy and girl cartoon, and they sang.
Huh. Okay.
I don't even know how the song goes, but it was A is for Apple, J is for Jacks, Cinnamon Toasty Apple Jacks.
A is for Apple, J is for Jacks, Cinnamon Toasty Apple Jacks.
The only person I know who rhymes a word with another word is Sugar Ray.
The Fly Guys?
Yes. I want to say it was like every morning he rhymes some word with the same word. I'm like, you're not even trying anymore, Sugar Ray.
What a crazy pull, Paul.
Do you always feel like Mark McGrath kind of looked like an updated Vanilla Ice?
I feel like that's what he was, yeah.
Oh, was that his thing and I didn't even get it? I'm the idiot now.
I think that's who he was, yeah.
So they did this Apple Jacks Kids commercial from 1971 to 1992. I mean, they really got some...
They got some play out of that.
Oh, they got their money's worth. You know, the agency is like, can we please... Like, we've got some great ideas. Like, no, we're good.
They're like, the Campbell Soup has been airing that Snowman commercial for years.
So then, now this is where I vividly remember the ad campaign in the 90s.
Sure.
So it's like early to mid 90s, probably like 92 to 96, 97 maybe. And it's like, you remember what the cool kids looked like in middle school, right?
Oh, sure.
That's who's in this commercial.
Oh, yeah.
They're sitting around eating Apple Jacks, and they're like in the garage, or they're in the basement, or they're outside, and they're eating their cereal, and then some like authority figure will come up, or like a parent, or like a coach or something. It'll be like,
I don't get why you like a cereal called Apple Jacks that doesn't taste like apple.
and then there'd be like this pause, and they all look at each other, and they're like, we eat what we like, and they all laugh like, burn.
Oh man, I totally forgot about that.
They were so great. And then there's another one too where it's got like it's got the feel of like, you know, Johnny from Karate Kid.
Uh-huh.
And these three girls are like,
Look, it's Jeff Armstrong. He's eating Apple Jacks. He's cool. We'll see.
they're like, I don't know what she sees in him. And like the girl who doesn't like the really cool kid is our super young Julia Stiles.
What?
Yeah. And they're like, look at him, he's so cool. And then Julia Stiles is like,
They named it Apple Jacks. Shouldn't it taste like apple? That isn't why it tastes so good. Then why?
and they're like, well, we eat what we like. And it's like, boom! And then it ends, and it ends with like the last scene is like, for kink. And then it's like a Polaroid picture. And it makes the Polaroid noise. It's like, for kink. I don't know if they did like a Sharpie sound where it was like, and they write on the white part of the Polaroid.
Oh, man.
That would be badass.
How many skateboarders do you think there were in Apple Jacks commercials in the 90s?
Oh my God. I feel like they were definitely doing like that half pipe.
Yeah.
Or like skateboarding in an empty pool.
Yeah, grinding.
Yeah.
Ollies.
Doing ollies, yeah. Is that the one where they kickflip? That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Now, are Apple Jacks basically Froot Loops when it comes to like texture, shape,
Like
probably what they're made of? They're just basically Froot Loops, right?
That's probably true, that they're probably just Froot Loops, but in my head that there's something else. There's something like waxier and more inherently terrible about them.
Okay.
You know, to me, like as Froot Loops are as easy to eat or just easy to pop in your mouth, like Apple Jacks are like a trial to eat. They're just like
I don't get why the disdain for them is so high. They're not that great, but they're not like, it's not like when you had to take uncoated pills as a kid and it would accidentally touch your tongue and you'd be like, no, I got the taste in my mouth, you know? But maybe it is.
To me, it feels like that's what they eat in the gulag. That's what they serve out Apple Jacks to everybody, just to give them all, so that while they're working, just the extra punishment of like an upset tummy while they're out there, you know, building paths in Siberia.
Not Apple Jacks again.
I crave a nice gruel.
Perhaps we could have no breakfast. No, eat your Apple Jack.
I'd rather have sludgy fruit apples.
No, eat your Apple Jack. By the way, audience, when you start looking up stuff about Apple Jacks, be careful.
Oh, no. What?
It's a slippery slope of ending up on Applejack, My Little Pony stuff.
Oh.
That is a hill you do not want to fall down.
Oh, the bronies.
God
bless you, bronies.
I don't get the appeal of My Little Pony at all.
Well,
it's so weird.
It's okay. Hey, no, that's not weird, man. We're accepting of all cultures here at the Super Cereal Podcast.
No, I'm not talking about bronies. I'm just talking about the show. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. But it's also, I feel the same way like when my nephew tries to talk to me about Pokemon. I'm like, I don't understand anything you're saying, but he just keeps going. Like, I'm totally aware of everything he's talking about. He's like, and this one, and this is like it's like an egg, and you know what else happened? What's that? Well, then you open it, and he turns into fire. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, but then you put him out with the freeze, and it's this other one, and his name is Gramazikin, and he's like really a dinosaur, but he also turns into a bird. And I'm like, if I stop moving and talking, will it just end? No. The answer is no. It will not.
No,
you have to just be like, hey, that's cool, and walk away. A 10-year-old talking to you about Pokemon, you have to treat them the same as if you get stuck with the annoying person at a cocktail party. You just have to be like, oh, that's interesting. And like, be like, okay, I'm going to do it. Oh, that's great. And you turn and walk away. And you're like, I don't care how they feel. I don't feel bad. I'm a good person. I have to do it. I have to save myself.
I'll go lock myself in the bathroom for the next 20 minutes until you forget this.
I would say I probably had Apple Jacks the last time, about the same time I had Froot Loops, and it's probably the same scenario. It was either like the mini boxes somewhere or a hotel where you could just like, oh, I'm going to try 18 cereals today.
Right.
I can't really put my finger on what the flavor is. There's definitely no apple flavor whatsoever. Not even Jolly Rancher apple.
No, it's nothing.
I guess there's a touch of cinnamon, but it's kind of like the equivalent of like Smarties, right?
Okay.
It's just sweet. Mm-hmm. There's no like, there's no actual like, I can't put my finger on the taste. It's just sweet. Mm-hmm. And turns the milk a very disturbing color.
The milk looks like it. I mean, not to go back to the barf well again, but it looks like if you were to sprinkle sawdust on top of barf and like it wasn't enough sawdust. That's
like the janitor would put at the school.
Yeah, he tried to put like that. And, you know, that's kind of what the smell reminds me of. It reminds me of whatever the smell was of that processed sawdust that was like made to put on vomit. And they would like put it on top of the vomit. And if there was like not enough sawdust, like the vomit like overpowered the sawdust. And that's what the milk at the bottom of a bowl of Apple Jacks is like.
I want to eat some Apple Jacks now just to understand exactly what you hate about it so much.
Yeah, maybe it's just a bad memory that I'm repressing or something. But yeah, I have no love for Apple Jacks.
I swear to God, if you eat the Apple Jacks and you start crying, I'm hanging up the phone. It's all coming back to me. I can't believe I never got the Transformer that I wanted as a kid. Hey, Nick, I gotta go. The phone's ringing. Bye. Looks like I'm on the stove. Ah.
I'm gonna go lock myself in the bathroom for 20 minutes till you forget about this.
I'm going into a tunnel. Bye. This last one I love.
This is something that I don't think I've ever had actually. Like I've seen it before, and I like the idea of it sounds great. It's just that like I always end up like choosing like, oh, I could get the Honey Graham O's, or I could get the Fruity Cheerios, which I know I like.
Yeah, it's like I could get this thing, or I could get something that I know is good.
Yeah, exactly.
The first time I ever got Honey Graham O's is because it had super value or something, like great value, because it's a top shelf cereal that is like in the $2 range. It's like $2.40 or so. It's a really affordable cereal.
It's a good price.
And it looks very like, it looks exciting from the 80s. It's got that crunchy cornbread, like yellow. A yellow box to me in general, is not very appealing.
No,
and this isn't like Cheerios yellow. This is like mustardy-ish,
right?
Like a little more. What was that color in the 70s? Harvest Gold. It's like a Harvest Gold. So it was introduced by Quaker in the 80s, and it is a sweetened O. It's got like a sheen to it, so it's got like a glaze, and it's the O is like filled with broken graham cracker bits.
Oh, interesting.
So I would assume it's like golden graham, basically, like crushed up. They did all these crazy varieties, honey nut, all this silliness. I think they did an apple cinnamon, but Honey Graham O's is the only one that exists today. It's the only one that sort of survived. Mm-hmm. In 2014, it was actually sold to Post.
Whoa.
Isn't that
cereal
weird?
So one cereal crossed networks? Crossed over to another brand? That's crazy.
It pulled a Conan O'Brien, man.
Oh, man. It pulled a Buffy. That's crazy.
So yeah, now it's marketed by Post. And my favorite thing about it is spelled O-H !S.
What kind of semantics are those? What kind of punctuation is that?
It's just bananas. So basically, like, if you look at the box, the exclamation point is small and like at the top right of the H. So it's like an apostrophe.
But it's an exclamation point. Right.
But that's okay because it's like, oh, I kind of get it. But then when you have to spell it out like in text, it's like, O's!
Yeah. So I'm having a bowl full of O's today.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's really, really, really hard.
Oh, really?
Really hard.
Oh, really?
The upper mouth shred factor puts Captain Crunch to shame.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. That's intense.
But it is also really good. It's a Sunday morning on the porch, reading the paper, drinking coffee, cereal, because you can leisurely enjoy this one.
Like we talk about Froot Loops having some integrity, but this cereal is basically like you're well constructed, like your 1920s Craftsman home. That's what this cereal is.
Oh yeah, this is like Theodore Roosevelt integrity. I mean, Theodore Roosevelt in a 1920s Craftsman home reading the Herald Tribune.
That's integrity, my friend.
I mean, seriously. And it's really good. I mean, I think it's we've referenced it in the past, but there's like this crazy Tumblr post where this insane person ranked cereal, and the rankings are just like inmates running the asylum, basically. It's just absurd.
It's just madness.
Abhorrent. Awful. I would be like the outlier that would put O's near the top.
Really?
Who would
you take out of that top tier?
What does that crazy person have in their top tier? I would probably put Honey Graham O's in. See, here's the thing that's hard for me. It's like, how do you rank how good a movie is? Is it how many awards it wins? Is it how much money it makes? Or is it the cult following that it has 20 years later?
I mean, it's all those factors plus your own subjective choices. It's how the movie moves you.
I'm putting O's in a top tier.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I mean, from their ranking, that's an easy removal because Cocoa Pebbles being in the top tier is basically just straight trolling.
Cocoa Puffs in a top tier is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Straight trolling.
It's just trolling.
The fact that this crazy person didn't put Fruity Pebbles in a god tier, because that's basically what they're doing here.
Right.
But O's is great because they bring something to the table, which is value.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it is a consistent value, baby. And you're basically getting a 2-for-1 in that cereal. You're getting Honey Nut Cheerios with a glaze and crushed up Golden Grahams.
Honestly, that's thinking outside the box. And that's what Quaker, I mean, I'm coming to realize Quaker really thinks outside the box for their cereals. From their Captain Crunch to the O's, I mean.
They really are. I think they need to get out there and innovate some more.
Yeah, they do. I'm looking at this tier thing. Like the only thing they got right is putting Apple Jacks in the bottom tier.
Yeah. And Honeycomb.
And Honeycomb.
And Froot Loops. And Kix. His bottom tier is pretty good.
I think it's actually her. It's her bottom tier. How does Banana Nut Crunch make the list?
And at mid-level.
It's just... All right, Paul.
Yes.
Do you have any... Before I move on, do you have anything else to say about Honey Grandmas or Honey O's?
I think people should... It's definitely worth considering. It is a great cereal. If you don't like it, you don't feel bad about getting rid of it because it only cost you a couple bucks. Mm-hmm. You have been warned. It's going to destroy the top of your mouth. It's
going to make the inside of your mouth a wreck.
It's the cereal equivalent of biting into a freshly microwaved Hot Pocket. Kiss the center part of your tongue goodbye.
It's like eating delicious sandpaper.
Yeah, that's right. That'll burn you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
All right, Paul.
Paint me a picture. So we've got full-size box. We've got variety pack.
We've got variety pack. I'm not going to buy a full-size box. I'm not a psychopath. I'm not buying a full-size box of Apple Jacks. Because no matter what Apple Jacks is going to taste like, no matter how I feel about it, it's not going to be good enough for me to eat a whole box of it.
So are you going to eat it in the box or are you putting it in a bowl?
I'm going to put it, I've got a tiny bowl of Apple Jacks.
Or we have a ceramic bowl?
It is a ceramic bowl. It's a tiny ceramic bowl, it's almost like a enlarged ramekin. So
we got a metal spoon.
We got a metal spoon. I pulled the bag out of the box. It is orange and with a few green circles in there. A few green O's. I want to describe the Apple Jacks box real fast. It is an abysmal looking green. It makes me feel like that I'm being sucked into like a Ghostbusters vortex.
Yeah, it's like radiation waste.
I'm gonna take a whiff of the Apple Jacks now that I've opened the bag. Oh God, that's horrible. It's like when you get like an apple pie candle or something like that, and you smell it, and it smells nice the first couple times you smell it, but then like after it burns for a long time, and you're just like sick of apple pie smell. That's what.
Yeah, it's like too sweet.
It's like that's what smelling this is. It jumps all the way into like day 3 of apple pie candle.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Into the bowl. I've got unsweetened soy milk that I'm putting on top here.
Maybe that'll make it better.
It might. Okay, pour it on top, just enough. I don't know how you do cereal. I like to pour enough milk in there until it floats. Until I float the cereal. That's how.
Oh, so you basically go up to the top?
I don't go to the top. Until I pour the milk on top of it until I can see the cereal kind of rise a little bit, and that's when I'm done with the milk.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's how much milk I put in here. You can hear.
Oh, I can hear you. So it sounds like you do a stab method.
I do a stab. I do a couple stabs first.
Okay, see, I do more of a toss.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Learning so much about each other today.
We really are. Okay, here we go. First bite. Okay. First impressions. It's not as bad as I remember.
I felt like you definitely had a negative impression. I mean, it's not great, but it's not death.
No, I still do get a little bit of the waxy film. I still get a little bit of that.
Yeah, the sheen.
Yeah. I still that. But
what's it taste like? Like, is there any distinct flavor you could put your finger on besides sweet?
Let me get another bite in here. Hold on.
Okay.
There are no flavors other than sweet.
It's like Smarties. Yeah, it's like Sweet Tarts.
It's the only thing that you get that's cinnamon at all is that initial smell of it. Because otherwise, when it's in the bowl, it has no reference to cinnamon. It has no reference to apple. Oh, and I'm already getting like that upset tummy feeling that I usually get from Apple Jacks.
Yeah, and those little dingleberries starting to float in the milk too. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Paul, this is not a good cereal.
It's not. I think it is definitely. It's just straight up from the moment it was created, marketed to kids because kids love sweet stuff.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna eat the rest of it. I'm not even gonna eat the rest of it.
You have Froot Loops and Apple Jacks. I don't know how you're gonna sleep tonight.
Well,
might as well just do a double espresso and let's record another episode.
So final thoughts on Apple Jacks. No, maybe not as nightmarish as I remember. I still feel a little bit of tummy upset. I feel clammy almost after eating it.
You're getting the Apple Jack sweats.
But yeah, it's there's that waxy film buildup. Oh man. But yeah, I always felt like that. It was like in my mind's eye. I felt like that when I ate Apple Jacks. It was like I was like breathing in a nightmare. That's what it felt like. I was like there was a nightmare that emanated off of the cereal, and I was like sucking in the darkness. So now that I eat it, it doesn't taste like anything. So like all my references like to say O's of vomit or like the sawdust that you put on top of vomit, I think I was just like relating it to things that I hate, like things that are terrible in my life, and I was just relating it back to that, to those things, and it's just because it's just not a good cereal, but also maybe it doesn't deserve the high place of ornate nightmare language that I put on it.
Yeah, I think you sort of manifested some childhood trauma into this cereal.
I think I did.
Like your parents got in a big argument during breakfast one day.
Or I had some kind of like abusive nanny or something.
Yeah. Then she fed me Apple Jacks.
She wouldn't let me leave the table until I ate all my Apple Jacks. Yeah.
Well, the good news is you didn't buy a full box.
Oh, yeah. So, final thoughts on some O's.
Honey Graham O's, Froot Loops, Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
But I gotta say, I don't see myself buying Froot Loops or Apple Jacks anytime soon.
No.
So even giving them a 2 or 3 is sort of, it's a skewed survey. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I think this is something that everybody has enjoyed in their childhood. And I feel like it as a kid, these were those aspirational cereals that I always wanted, but I knew I wouldn't get because they were not good for you.
Right. Yeah, true. They had a reputation about them. But in the vein of Apple Jacks, as an adult, as a man that has grown up, who pays for his own cereal, who knows what he wants to eat. I eat what I like. And what I like are Fruity Cheerios.
And what I don't like, Apple Jacks.
What I don't like is Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
I do not like Apple Jacks. They're garbage food. So thank you guys for listening to the Super Cereal Podcast. You can find us. You're clearly listening to us on one of these things, but you can find us on iTunes and on Stitcher and on Google Play Music and on SoundCloud. And if you're on iTunes, if you're listening to us on iTunes, why don't you toss us a rating? Let us know what you think. Especially if you really, really like us and you want us to do well and you'd like to give us 5 stars. I think that we'd all appreciate that.
I mean, I never say no to 5 stars.
I've never said no to 5 stars in my life. Never in my life have I said no to 5 stars.
Mm-hmm. There were the 4 Beatles plus Stu Sutcliffe. I said yes to those 5 stars.
That's so dumb.
That's so stupid. You can also follow us on the various social media channels. If you actually want to see regular updates, you should follow us on Instagram.
Yeah, you are on fire on the Instagram.
You can follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on Tumblr.
Yeah, on Tumblr.
And you can follow us on Twitter.
Yeah. And all those places you can follow us as the Super Cereal Podcast. And on Twitter, you can follow us as the Super Cereal Pod.
Because it's just easier to type.
It's easier to type. Also, they have a restriction on how many characters you can have in your username.
Oh, that's bogus.
Yeah, well.
I don't need that little bird telling me how many characters I can. Well, that's all they do is limit your characters.
That's kind of their thing. But yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for listening to the Super Serial Podcast.
Yeah, this has been O's. I think we don't have to do any more round cereal with a hole in the middle.
Yeah, I think that we've covered them all.
Well, this has been Paul.
And this is Nick.
And this has been Cereal.
Cereal!
Cereal.